awesome, bro. Amazing giving back. Thanks, man. Thanks, Percy. I totally agree with you what you're saying. I started crypto in 2017. This looks like a comment. Let's read this. And he started in 2017. And he bought in. I was about up 5x by December, only to watch it disappear and then quickly to watch the original investment go down by 80%. That's totally happened to me. During the ensuing 4-year bear market, I took the opportunity to accumulate more and more. Guys, I hope you're listening to this. This is going to be some of your story, but hear the full story. He says he bought in. He watched his assets go up 5 times. He's thinking, this is amazing. I'm going to be rich. And just like me, it disappeared. And not only did his gains disappear, but his original investment went down by 85%. But that's not the end of the story. Terry understood from that moment forward, like what this was and how quickly it could move up. And so he just doubled down. And I hope this is what some of you are going to do. If you, like the earlier question, is now a good time to start Splinterlands? Yes, it is. Every time is. The sooner the better. But take it slow. And you might find that this is you. You end up losing. It goes down by 85%. I say that's just an opportunity to dollar cost average into a bigger position. That's what Terry did. Let's read what he said. I took the opportunity to accumulate more over the last 4 years, which was hard to do, and at the same time a smart thing to do. I wish I'd bought more. I'm in profit for now, but I'm planning on using my experience and what I've learned from Blake Charles. I've learned from you and other YouTubers, especially my mentor Blake, who taught me about to trade. Okay. So I don't know Blake, but I definitely agree with the sentiment. What's going to happen? I know you're only saying what you think will happen based on the past. It's yours, in my opinion, so people should make their own investment. Absolutely. That's the thing too. I've never invested more than I felt I was willing to risk. When I started this game and when I started crypto, I took out all of my RSPs. Like I took out every penny of money that I had saved up over like 35 years of life. And I said, crypto is going to change, it's going to change my life. And I just went and invested in it. But I understood at that time what I was doing and that there was some risk that it was going to, because I didn't fully understand it. From what I understood, it was meaningful and I wanted to make that move. But man, was it, I got in the door and I bought some Bitcoin and I bought some Ethereum, and then I tried a million different altcoins, some of which I'm still interested in, many of which I'm not. But it was like having stake in the game opened up, like it forced me to pay attention in an acute manner to something that is now defining my future career, I think. And that's why I say get started with the game soon. Just buy the $10 starter pack and get your foot in the door, and then you're going to begin to understand what you're dealing with here. Like, what are these rewards? How meaningful can they be? Are they going to be, is this game going to have legs? And if so, then it all starts to flow from there. But hopefully from the point of view that was just shared by that commenter, which is that it's not going to happen overnight, and it might be 4 years for you to really see amazing gains. But what's that in your lifespan, right? 4 years is nothing. Like, there is no investment that will grow, that has the potential to grow like cryptocurrency in the next 4 years. And there is also no traditional investment that has the potential to fall from highs to dizzying lows like crypto. So yes, there is huge volatility, but Antonopoulos, what's his first name? Andreas Antonopoulos, he's a famous Bitcoiner, and he's been an advocate of Bitcoin for many years. He's an amazing speaker on this topic, and you guys should go, if you don't know who he is, you need to look him up on YouTube. Andreas Antonopoulos, and he talks about, or at least he used to talk about, the idea that Bitcoin is extremely volatile, but he wants to maximize his exposure to that volatility. Volatility is not a bad word. Volatility in the right context with the right long-term vision is actually opportunity. If there is no more volatility because Bitcoin is a stable coin, because it's been around for 30, 40 years, and now it's just massively adopted, there is no more opportunity to change your life financially. The opportunity comes from that volatility. And so if you can ride those waves, ups and downs, and recognize that when a down market happens, not for every coin, don't get me confused here. I'm talking about top coins or ones that have survived a bear market, including Splinterlands, including Bitcoin, including most of the, the top probably 50 coins. But they've been through the ringer and they've come out of it. And so I'm willing to bet on that volatility through the next bear market. And I would think if you are playing this game, you're going to see that confidence that I'm sharing with you. I would think. Jim says, now is a great time for you to start learning how everything works, making slow investments, learn the cards, and grow your collection over time. Time in the market is better than time in the market. I totally agree. And that last phrase, it's people throw that around. Time in the market is better than timing the market, but it's absolutely fundamentally true, because here's why: you're not going to find the bottom. Everyone says, I'll wait until Oceanus is, the cheapest it's going to get. That's what we're thinking. You don't want to buy Oceanus. You don't want to buy some of these monster cards because you think it's going to keep going down and you feel you're going to find the bottom. You're not. And not only will you not, but you might miss the bottom before it doubles or triples. It can go to $50 very quickly. It would take probably 100 people to come in and buy Oceanus, a couple of copies of Oceanus, and suddenly it's at $40-50. And that's just one card, but I mean that argument stands for pretty much all, especially gold foils and legendaries, which are really, there's small markets for those. So just accumulate if you like the game, and if you find that there's a use case here and that this is going to have legs, then you slowly acquire. And you don't regret, price dips at all. You just think, in 4 years, it could be $200 per card instead of, 40 or 10 or 20 or 50. It's all white noise by the end of it. Yeah, volatility is opportunity. That's absolutely true. It doesn't mean it's easy though. That's the scary part, is that it is simultaneously true that volatility is opportunity, and you will not succeed unless you take risks. That is true. That is axiomatically true. But, huge but, the problem is, once you get on that roller coaster, you need to stay in. You need to stay buckled in. You need to ride that thing maybe down into terrifying places, so that when the time comes that launch happens again, you're still there. When I had my initial investment, I took 25,000 Canadian dollars, which was every penny I had in the entire world, and I took it out and I paid huge taxes on it. At the end of the day, I ended up with around $15,000, because there's huge taxes when you extract RSPs, which is a retirement savings plan. When you take those out early, huge taxes. I paid all my taxes. I ended up with about 15 grand Canadian, and I put it into Bitcoin, and it went up to I want to say 45,000 US dollars, which is maybe 60,000 Canadian. So I quadrupled my money in 2-3 months. Quadrupled. That's life-changing wealth to me. But like that story earlier, it disappeared. It went down to, by the end of the bear market, at the bottom of the bottom, it was maybe 5,000 American dollars. Maybe even 4, something in that. It was way less than I started with. But here we are, 3-4 years after that, and my Splinterlands account by itself is almost 200,000 US dollars. And I have XRP, and I have EOS, and I have this and that and this and that. So, if you're willing to get on the ride, understand that it's going to be volatile and scary at times, but make a choice based on fundamentals, and then make your bed and lie in it, and just be patient and understand that this could, at times it's going to feel like it's all going to go away. But ask yourself, when you get scared like that, ask yourself, did the fundamentals change at all? Like, did something just happen that broke my original thesis? Because if you come to this game, or you come to cryptocurrency with the thesis that this is revolutionary technology, and that in the case of Splinterlands, it's fun and entertaining. If you come to it with that opinion, then stay on that. Like, don't let yourself get shaken off of that, because that is the foundation on which you can build something here. If you don't believe those, then you shouldn't be involved. But if you do believe those, when the prices dip in the future, you'll remember, oh, opportunity. You're not going to be scared. You're going to think, how can I take advantage of this moment?